Are you new or don't have good experience with Roblox Relentless? Well, don't worry, because welcome to the complete guide of Roblox Relentless. I'll be telling you guys everything you need to know about teamwork, juking, and playing as killer. So let's get into it. So when it comes to survivor basics, you might think you know everything, but you really don't. This is because I might mention something that not a lot of players do, and even good experienced players have not been doing the same thing. When you and your team gets done with the generators, do not open the gates right away. Make sure to pull the levers enough to open it easily, because when you activate it, you activate a timer. You wouldn't want to pull the lever right away, only in situations where there's someone you need to rescue or help, because there can be campers. However, when you're the last man standing, you have to find a hatch so you can escape before the killer closes it, and you'll have to open the gates. If you want to find this hatch, just listen to a loud humming sound. You guys might already know that this is the machine where you get the gasoline for the generators from. There's a huge problem that people don't really notice most of the time, and that's when you're running with gasoline. When you run with the gasoline, it will waste the gasoline. You won't have a full canister for the generator. And you can also see that when I'm carrying gasoline, all my abilities are locked. Juking is a really important factor for surviving. This is because the killer might eventually catch up to you due to them having a faster speed. So while juking and running away from the killer, you also want to use pallets. Most of the time you want to stun them, so get them really close to the pallets. You can use the pallet to not stun them, but for juking, you want to go left and right, like in long directions, and go towards the killer as well. You want to bait them to use their M1 or attack. You have to watch out for the hitboxes, because the hitboxes can get you out of nowhere.
Finish him! Boom. Where are you going?
Alright guys, here I am with Betty Bloxxer. So Betty Bloxxer is similar to Elliot. Your regen coil is what gets you your speed coil. So basically your speed coil will be locked until you have used your regen coil, or at least pulled it out. So like if you equip your regen coil and put it away, you'll still get your speed coil. There we go. So that'll heal them up over time, and as you can see, my speed coil is unlocked. For the speed coil, you do not have 4 of the speed coils. You actually only have 2. Let's use the speed coil to get to this one, because he is going to that one. I should be able to get this. Alright. Oh my gosh, bro, I thought he went to the other one, man. GG's. Let's go. Cleetus is very simple survivor. Pigeon season, the first ability is literally a gun. You use a revolver to shoot the killer, but if the killer sees you shooting at them, they might be able to react fast or not. So you're going to have to watch out if a killer has the IQ to dodge your bullet. Just like that. I just wanted to show you guys an example. Shoot like that, but only when you're in dire situations, guys, because we want to save our abilities. Let me use Country Jam to find it. Okay. Yep. Alright guys, for Doombringer, it's also pretty simple. I told you guys that it's Banhammer and Block, similar to Guess and Forsaken. Band is just using a hammer and knocking out the killer, stunning him. And Guardian's Grace is basically just a block blocking the killer's M1 slash. It's that simple, but it's pretty hard to land if you are playing against a good player. There we go, block the attack. I only did that because I know this is a very new player. I am using Duskvale. He is a pretty cool character in my opinion. He has this block ability that if you land it, you get speed. He also has another ability where he can turn invisible slightly, just like Noob in Frizz. What? Dude, the hitbox, bro. There we go. Parried the attack. That's how you do it. And just use invisibility. It's perfectly fine. Alright, Scripter might seem like a complicated character, but it's not really complicated. For Script Builder, you would put a item on the palette, and so if the killer uses it, then he'll be stunned. So you place 4 max, but the killers can destroy them. So, and also, when you teleport, it takes 5 seconds. Alright, so you can use it as a form of protection. That's cool. Alright, so this one is pretty simple, guys. It's not that hard, but it is important about the placement for chemical reaction. So I could place it here, so when the killer breaks the pallet, goes through, he gets slowed down, and I can run away, and it will take him a while to catch up with me. These are good ones because they're looping spots, and you can use the pallet instead of going around and the killer catching up to you. So the killer would be forced to break it and then go through the chemical reaction. Do not do this as mask, because the only thing that the scream ability does for mask is reveal players' locations near mask, and also give a debuff on generators if they're on a generator. So what I'm trying to say is using it while mid-chase is not a good idea. Alright, moving on to Rites of Rage. Basically, it makes you stand still and then you shoot out this long goop puddle, and if it hits a survivor, then it injures them, of course. But this one is very hard to use when you're in a chase, and the only way you can use it is if you are in a loop area or a tight space of area, and make sure that they are close to you, close enough for you to use it on them, because you can't reach them super far away. There are 2 methods that comes to this ability. The first method is when you're in a chase or not with one survivor, while you're in that chase, you see someone else on a generator, you want to go for that person on the generator with the submerge. Or even when you're not chasing another survivor, use submerge to catch them off guard. While you're using submerge, you don't want to use it to get around. You want to use it so you can either finish off a survivor that's one hit, or all you want to do is just try to damage them in any way using submerge. This basically explains my second method, because if a survivor is getting farther from you and gaining distance, you want to use submerge to get closer and then hit them. Submerge could be a very good counter for looping next to a pallet as well, but you cannot go under pallets, just in case anyone was thinking of that. The method for Killing Joke is similar to Mask's Submerge. Basically, you want to use Killing Joke by catching the survivors off guard, like when they're doing a generator, or filling up their gas. The only other situation I see myself using Killing Joke in is when someone wastes their ability and misses. Like, for example, Cleetus, Doombringer. Gauze is goated when it comes to his Clown Frenzy if you use it correctly. For Clown Frenzy, you get 4 tries to hit the player or survivor that you are chasing. You cannot hit multiple survivors, but the best thing about Clown Frenzy is that while using your 4 tries to hit someone, the ability allows you to turn very efficiently and effectively. But once you hit a wall, you have a certain amount of time until your Clown Frenzy wears out, so you have to use it quickly. But while you use the ability, do not panic, because if you panic, you're just gonna miss all of them. There's 3 things that you should know about Praise the Sun, and the first thing is that you need to keep on spamming Praise the Sun. So if it's not on cooldown, then you need to use it. The more the better. Another thing you need to know is that when you use Praise the Sun, you can use it to look around for survivors way easily. You want to place them near generators because it gives them a small debuff when they're doing the generators, and also place them near an altar or on an altar. What happens is when someone gets rescued from an altar, you can use the totem for a buff, and when you put the Praise the Sun near right on an altar, well, sometimes survivors will, instead of helping the survivor, they'd accidentally try to remove the totem, so it gives you more time to catch up to them if they're trying to rescue the person on the altar, but instead they decide to accidentally remove the totem. It is rare to have that happen though. Guest 771 has to be one of my favorite killers, not only because of the skins it has, but also because of its abilities, and overall everything about it is just so good. For Script Seeker, you basically are throwing this ball with the arrow in it. It's like one of those spectator things in Roblox Studio. I forgot what it's called, but basically you have it in your hand and then you throw it towards the survivor. It can go through walls. What I like to do is when I spot a survivor on a generator or gas station, I like to stay from a safe distance away so they can't spot me, and then throw it through a wall towards them, and then it'll hit them, catch them out of nowhere. And also use Script Seeker when they put down a pallet, so you can hold the Script Seeker in your hand and then wait until they close the pallet and then throw it at them. For Digital Barrier and Hallucination, it's a very good combo for when you're putting people on the altar, and most people pretty much have figured that out. Their placement is a little wrong. You kind of want to place the Digital Barrier on all sides, but it's better to place it in front. As you can see in this clip, the survivor does not get touched by the Digital Barrier, so you have to place it more farther out. And this is a really good altar location because the other sides are covered, and the only way they can rescue the person is if they touch the Digital Barrier. For Hallucination, you need to place your hallucination as close as possible to the altar. You need to put your hallucination in the survivor's path when they're going towards the altar so that you'll get alerted and you can teleport there. You'll know that when you have to keep an eye on your hallucinations. Just if they turn red, that'll show that they are near your hallucination. And also put 2 hallucinations at both sides of the map so you can travel to the other side of the map easily. I hope this guide helped anyone who is looking forward to playing Relentless, and also for anyone who is currently playing the game. These videos take a lot of effort to make, so if you could please like and subscribe, it supports so much. And don't forget to join the Discord. We are doing a lot of stuff in there, and you definitely don't want to miss out on some things. Thank you for watching.